first statement that you need to talk about is about your dreams. Explain how to achieve your dreams. Is it correct? I lost the page. Yeah, explain how to achieve your dreams. First of all, I must believe in myself and ignore those who try to discourage me. I must stop procrastination and keep on trying. I know I will not fail if I try again and again until I succeed. That's the only way anyone can have dreams come true. So when we say procrastination, it's like you can do it today, but you do it the next day or the next month. But you can do it now, but you are lazy. Oh my God, it's me. Just kidding. OMG. Okay, so I guess this answer is very common, right? We
Mm,
often hear this kind of answer like it's cliche. You know what is the meaning of cliche? Cliche means it's very old and it's a very common answer or saying. That's a cliche like that. Okay. And I want to remind you in your writing come, I hope you can check my correction and apply the correction next time because I've written detailed comments on some of it. Okay,
okay, I will check.
especially
Thank you.
good. So, how about you, Cam? Can you explain to me how to achieve your dreams of becoming a millionaire or having how many millions? I forgot. How many millions do you want to have to be successful?
Uh-huh. Um, I think I really want to become millionaire. And now I still doing that plans every day, and I hope my dream will come true in the short time later. And talk about the detail of my plan. I'm I'm still not sure because it depends a lot of the environment and especially to relate my business. Um, Maybe if we don't have a virus and the virus never come back again, my plan will be more faster, and I always hope so. But at the moment, I think everything around me really difficult, and sometimes I think I should to change my plan. I think so.
Okay, but I told you before, right? I cannot feel the virus right now. Can you still feel the virus?
Yes. At that time, when I asked every people around me how do they feel about virus, they also told me they don't care about virus, but they really care about the money they can earn in the end of year. Because at that time, the every people reduce a lot of money for uh, buying something not necessary for life, and maybe they want to save more money because our environment really uh, really difficult and it's not stable. I think so.
Yes, I think everything is not really stable. Even if there is no coronavirus, because the world is really uncertain. But I've watched a lot of videos, and in some countries like Egypt as well. So in Egypt, also, a lot of people do not care about the virus. And one foreigner said that because they don't care about the virus. Maybe something will happen, something bad will happen to Egypt. And I think the foreigner does not understand the people's situation. That if people will continue to stay inside their house, they cannot earn a living, right? And maybe we are like a little bit luckier than other people because we can do our work inside our homes. But for those people who cannot, it's a bit difficult. So I guess that's the reason why that they don't care about the virus also. Just go and risk their lives, yes. Okay, I understand your answer, Cam. Okay, so again, how questions should be answered with a process, okay, a process, a way, or a method. Okay, so I guess you can change the way you answer, Cam. You can say, there are a lot of factors which will affect the achievement of my dreams. Number one is the environment, like that.
Mm.
Number two is the blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I'm trying to teach you how to answer in a formal way, like a businessman. Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to number one. Explain how to drive safely. This is still a process. How can you
Mm.
drive safely?
I think in the situation when I drive my car, the first thing I have to check is the um, petrol and check the pressure of the floor wells. And of course, I have to check my driving license in my pocket
It's expired.
before uh, before I start my car. And when I drive my car on the road, I think I have to focus on everything around me. And I have to remind me about the serious problem can happen if I face with the accident on the road. I think so. Focus on everything around me when I drive my car. That's very important.
Yes. So we don't want, of course, we don't want to have accident, Cam. But do you know any emergency, like first aid? How are you going to do first aid whenever something might happen on the road like that?
Uh, I don't understand the meaning.
Like emergency, in
Mm,
emergency situation, do you know what to
yes,
do?
yes. Um, mhm.
Okay, another question. Do you know how to change tires?
No, I don't know.
Oh, my God.
uh, in my past, sometimes my car has some problem with the wheel, but I I don't know how I can change for tire for tire.
That's a very big problem. What if, just what if, okay, that's one of the emergencies that we need to be prepared of. Maybe I told you, right, that my uncles, most of my uncles in the Philippines are drivers for very big trucks. So the tires are very big also. That's why they need a helper. So that when they have flat tires in the middle of the road, someone will help them because they cannot do it on their own. But in your case, you're just driving a car, you don't need a helper.
Yes. Sometimes I really scared when some have emergency situation with me when I drive my car. But I think it's not necessary when I try almost the roads really crowded, and every time I always to find out the shop can prepare for me,
I
and
see.
I just care when when I try my car on the highway express because I'm really scared some problem on the highway. But every time nowadays in the highway, they always put some something to show about the hotline emergency, and
Poster.
I think yes, I think that's really useful for for me when I don't know how to fix my problem with my car. Yes.
I think that's also one of the good things that I noticed in Vietnam come. Like in everywhere or in every road that you pass by, there are posters. Because I experienced when we traveled here in Vietnam, the tire became flat. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because of my weight. Just kidding. So
Uh,
yeah, the driver just saw the poster. Oh, and he just called it, and I was so amazed because
yes.
yeah, it's like for emergency. And what will happen if there's no poster, right? No one can. You have to call people, etc., and it will take a long time. That's good. Okay, number two. This is not your question because you do not smoke. You drink, but not really heavy, right?
Uh,
So number three, explain how to find Mr. or Miss Right.
Mr. or Mrs. Right.
Is
Uh,
someone that you will get married to. Because you're already married, you can give advice to young people. How are they going to find the person that they have to get married?
uh, uh, in the first time I know about Mr. Right.
Miss, yours is Miss Right, not Mr.
I'm not sure about that. So I still not understand about Miss Right.
How are you going to find true love
Mm.
or the right person for you to live for the rest of your life?
Uh, uh, I think with the all younger people in my country, uh, they just find the Miss Right after they got married, and and that's also same with me. And when I find Miss Right, I thought so everything will late because I got married, and I think at that time I just complain and regret about that, and I just wish I can met him or he or she before I got married. Really good, that really good for me. But everything so late, and I can change. So right, not necessary. I think so.
Oh my God. So it's a different process because for other people they say that you need to find the right person before you get married, right? And they said that if you know that it's the right person for you, then you can get married. But for you, it's different. And they said, Come, you should not do that because getting married is not a trial and error. Do you know what's trial and error? Mathematics. Trial and error. You try, okay? You try, and then oh, but
Mm,
there's something wrong about this. Okay, I will stop. It's like that. So getting married is not like that, according to old people.
mm. Uh, I don't think so. Um, and especially when we had some children, everything so very difficult for we can try, fail, and try, fail again. Really hard. I think so.
Okay, so you're willing to fail. Let's go to number four. Explain how to make your wife happy.
Uh, I think the most important thing with my wife is how I can make her feel safe every time. And when she don't care about the money, don't care about the um, everything can happening with her uh, house in the future. I think at that time she feel really peace of mind. And when a woman feel peace of mind on her husband, she have at that time she will appear many other feeling, and depend on the what's the real feeling at that time. I will to providing for her feel happy. I think so.
Okay. I will provide
Mm,
for
right.
her.
Same
Yes.
assessment.
Yes, I think so. I think we talked about this before that women needs to feel secure. I think most of my friends, when I ask them what do you look for in a man, they always say, I want to feel secure. And when I feel secure with that man, maybe I will get married to him. So I joke with them and I told them, you can get married with a security guard because you want to feel secure. No, it's just a joke. Yeah, but actually, maybe it's true. Let's go to number five. Explain how to make your children happy.
I think really easy when I want to make my children happy. The first thing I can ask them go to a coffee shop or supermarket. Every time they always change their emotion really fast. When I ask them go out for dinner, for lunch, or especially they really want to coffee shop or the some area place for children really love. And the second is I think a smartphone is a good tool to help them more happy, but we don't should to abusing. Uh, I don't remember abuse a
Students.
smartphone. Mm. Uh, and yes, I always spend the first way for when I want to make my kids happy. I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I think I told you last time that this generation is what we call bored generation. We easily get bored over something, but if we're scrolling on Facebook and social media, we are not bored, and that's really dangerous. It's just the same with my brother as well, and I always tell my mom, why did you buy a tablet? He's just 3 years old, my goodness. And my mama said, because he will cry, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. I think that's really case for now, but hopefully parents can really do something to limit the time where they can use smartphones and they can play outside and play with you, Cam. I read in your answer that you right now you don't have a lot of time or you don't spend a lot of time to play with your kids.
Mm, yes.
You should maybe a lot time with them, especially that you are still at home and yeah, you cannot still go out a lot of times. Let's go to number six. Explain how to stay healthy.
I think the answer for how we can stay healthy really easy, and every people also understand about that. But the problem is we really difficult when we want to stay healthy. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, I know. The first is how we how we can control the um, calories we can instead. And the second is how we can keep exercise every day. I think that also the two things really important when we want to stay healthy. I think that.
Do you count your calories every day, Cam?
No, I don't care because I like many foods, and every time when I saw them, I just want to eat a lot, and I don't care about the calorie I instead.
So you told me that every day you walk and run for 1 hour, right?
Yes.
So I've read something that if you walk for 30 minutes, you can maintain your weight. And the other 30 minutes is used for you to reduce your weight. Because you only run and walk for 1 hour. I think you should make the hour longer, like 2 hours.
Oh.
Because
Um.
you eat a lot of carbs.
uh, mm, I think I don't have more time for exercise, and I think with me, just 1 hour per day, that's okay. And the problem with me is how I can find out the way I can control the calorie I instead. I think so.
Mm.
Yeah.
There are replacement for rice come like it's still the same. It's the nutrition that you can get is still the same, but it's not the rice that we usually eat. But maybe the taste is different. Have you heard about cauliflower rice?
No, I never heard about that.
Yeah, now you heard cauliflower rice, broccoli rice, and I don't know what is it. It's a Japanese noodle. It's a Japanese noodle. It's made from plant, and the shape is like the rice that we're eating, but it's a little bit bitter. And they said when you want to use it, you have to wash it 3 times so that the bitterness will not be there when you eat. But maybe you cannot keep up with eating with that kind of thing. In the Philippines, Cam, we have corn rice. Do you have corn rice in Vietnam?
No.
Yeah, we have corn rice in the Philippines, and it has less carbohydrates, and it's also cheaper in the Philippines. So maybe you can also make that as a business because it's not in Vietnam. And introduce it to people who want to be healthy.
Yes, I think so. Because almost Vietnamese people like rice.
Yes.
So if we have some rice with the lower calories, I think that's either good products for we can sell out. And nowadays, every people also and really care about that. I think so.
Yeah. I'm wondering about my friends, Cam. Oh my God, they're very slim now and very fit. What happened to them during the pandemic? Because they told me, I don't have anything to do. I'm very bored. So many of them, they keep on dancing every afternoon or they keep on walking and running. Congratulations to them. Okay, let's go to number 7. Explain how to improve your English.
Uh, mm, mhm, mhm. I think the most important thing I should to do every day is practicing English. And the second is I should to teach English for my kids because I felt when I teach English for my kids, I also learned many other words, and it gives
Exactly.
me more memories than when I self learn English. I think so.
Mm.
And the the finally, I think I should to make an environment for I can talk about English. I think so.
Mm. Yes, that's actually right. So when you actually teach you actually learn also.
Yes.
Yeah, in my experience, I really like teaching IELTS reading because I learn a lot from IELTS reading. I learn about facts and things from science because mostly that's the reading in IELTS. And I really like it because I will say to myself, it's like this, it's like that. So it's really good. So you are teaching and at the same time you are also learning. You will have more information. So maybe you can also read IELTS IELTS reading. Oh my goodness. You will learn about different insects. And also, yeah, that's also one thing that maybe Asian students or Asian people need to have. It's like the environment where they can speak. I already told you about this, right? In High Zone, maybe you can build an English coffee.
I don't have here about any coffee shop in Hải Dương with foreigner can talk about English. I think don't have any coffee shop in Hải Dương.
You can build
Maybe
your own.
I don't have
Well,
any skill for building a coffee shop.
I already give you a lot of ideas for business. Yeah, there's a lot of foreigner actually here in High Zone. We discovered because a few weeks ago we kept on walking, and when we walked, we met a lot of foreigners in High Zone.
Mm,
Not
maybe
Filipinos.
try
Yeah.
it.
No, from England, from India. These two nationalities are the foreigners that we have met when we walked anywhere around here. So yeah, you can actually call on them. Just giving you an idea. All right. And also yeah, because I told you that the best way to learn English is actually acquiring the language and not actually learning it. Because if you memorize a lot of vocabulary, there's a big possibility that you will also forget it. So you need to acquire. It means acquiring means you have the environment. So good luck for the environment.
Uh,
That's the idea. You have to make or to build your own coffee shop. So let's go to number 8. Explain how to avoid becoming a henpecked husband.
and back.
What do we mean by that?
Mm.
It means that your wife is the one who must be followed all the time.
Uh, I don't have any experience. Yes,
Arrest. You don't have any experience, but for others, how? Do you have any
uh,
advice for other people? How can they avoid?
I think really hard for weekend when I want to follow or control the schedule of my wife, and every time I also think that's the bad thing I can do, and I don't want to do that. But some women around in our society also have many other relationships. So, and in fact, there are many husbands also take care about them. They can use the some software for to check and to follow the where the place and some many messages or the content of the calling smartphone, but I think we should to do that every time. I think so.
What I cannot understand. Henpeck is.
Actually,
Do you understand this? Henpeck, it means that you are under the control of your wife. Whatever your wife
Uh,
say, you need to follow it. And your wife often belittle you. Like you're a useless
like,
person, blah blah blah.
for example, when I got married and I really care about her, and every time, everything I do, always uh, to to uh, to listening
Yeah.
her thinking, right?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Uh,
I don't understand your explanation.
yeah, that's all. Um,
Okay. How are you going to avoid being controlled by someone or by your wife?
I think depend on the husband. If he really care about her wife, I think he can't avoid the control from her. And in this situation, we don't have any ways for avoid that. I think so.
Really?
Yes, really, really difficult when someone else want to avoid by their wife control. I think so.
OMG, that's good. Just kidding. I think it's like one of the problems come like for people or for couples who just get married, like they're a new couple. Oftentimes the husband is under the control of the wife, right?
Mm, um, let me tell you one story to relate about my neighbor.
Neighbor
Uh,
or you?
every time when we drink a beer, we also talk about who person in our group really scare their wife, and every time uh, nobody to mm, accept their self really scare their wife. And in one time when they drank a lot and they come back home, uh, one of my label have been his wife close all the door, and he have to stay in the outside of his
Oh,
home. And finally, he climbed on the wall, and he have to enjoy his home uh, by the second floors, and really dangerous. Yes, and that is in fact to happened with my label when we drank.
mm.
And
OMG.
after that, he become really famous, and he also the main topic in every drink when we drink together.
He's the example.
Mm. Yeah.
Example of the under control. But I guess, do you think wives should do that to their husbands?
Um, because I'm not, uh, I can't understand more clearly about the situation of other neighbor. So really hard for I can talk about my idea. But I think the wife never should do that because we are just a neighbor, and the far not from the distance not from far from their home. So and when a man drink, uh, they need the respect from their wife, and if she do that, I think that's either fail, and that's make everything so serious.
Mm.
That's not
Yes,
good.
yes. I think that's really not good. And I also heard a lot of stories like that way back in the Philippines. And Because if the wife will do that, the husband will be ashamed of his friends, right? And it's not good for the man's image, the husband's image. Maybe she should wait at home. But you know that woman's woman's mouth are really, my God, nagger, right? You know what's nagger?
No.
Nagger wife. Always complain and always talk. Always nag, always complain about you. That's another one. But your wife is not like that, Kam?
Um, every time when I drawing with my label, I also talk my wife first day, and uh, every time in the drawing, I also accept I'm a person really care my wife, and
Mm.
at that time I can avoid many ideas from other neighbor, and I don't care about that.
You always don't care about things. Yes, I guess so. You have to tell your wife that you're going to go out and drink with your neighbors. And if you promise your wife to go home at that time, you must go home at that time, right?
Yeah.
If not, there will be World War III. Okay, let's go to number 9. Explain how to avoid letting friendship sour. It means that your friendship is not good, or maybe you will become less friendly.
Um, Actually, I don't uh I don't have a lot of friends really friendly. So sometimes I feel really bored when I stay at home because I don't have any friends or I can tell everything. Uh, and I think I don't have any experience when I want to reduce the friendship. I think so.
Oh, even if you don't have any experience, but you need to answer, how are you going to avoid becoming strangers to your friends? It's like this, Cam, because when you work, you have workmates, right? Only an example. If you work, you have workmates, and then of course it's you will not always work in one company. Then you separate to each other. When you don't actually work in one company, your friendship will become less because you don't see each other for most of the time. So maybe the question is, how can you keep up with your friendship when you don't see each other often, or you don't see each other most of the time?
Um, Nowadays, I think we have many tools for keep connect with other people. We can smartphone and something like that, a computer, and I think easy to connect with our friends, and we can keep connect by many ways. That's but in my case, every time in my birthday, when I receive some happy birthday from my friends, uh, they send me by the Zalo or Facebook or other apps. But I think it's not emotion, and sometimes I feel really strange, and it's not warm and close, and I don't like that. So I think the best way for we can keep connect with other people, uh, that's either face to face. That is the best way because we can see full of emotion, full of body language, and especially the feeling really important when we want to uh, connect with other people. And the mobile phone or some app can do not the same.
But of course, because of the pandemic right now, you cannot do anything but connect through social media.
Mm. And okay, maybe I like video than a message. I think so.
Do TikTok only watching but not messaging. I already told you right before that I have this friend and she told me she thinks she's a bad friend because most of the time if her friends go somewhere far, she does not message to them. That's why she thinks she's a bad friend. And yeah, because she told me she does not know what to say to her friends. She does not know what to message. But actually, when you just ask someone how are they, if they're fine, that's actually good. Are you a kind of person or are you a kind of friend, Cam, who ask your friends if they're okay, if how are they doing, like that?
Um, I think sometime in my birthday, if someone, my friends, send send me some lucky money, I feel that's really important, and that's important than every wishing. I think so.
The lucky money is important.
Uh, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, so I just want to ask a question, Tom. You don't have this kind of friendship that they usually ask you about you, how are you doing? Do you have this kind of friends?
I'm sorry because my headphone low battery. So can you repeat?
Your headphone is low battery. Do you have friends that ask you how are you and how are you doing?
Um, no, I think in my country, every friends don't show emotion by uh, some uh, tense like how are you? How do you feel
Mm.
today? I think we don't. It really strange with the Vietnamese people, and we have many other things for we can talk when we really care about other people. I think so.
I think I also observed that for Vietnamese people. Yeah. Filipinos are different. Filipinos love to send letters, send messages. Like we are thoughtful.
Mm. I
Yes.
think uh, wine or beer that is the best to keep connect really strong between other people in my country, and that's why my country is the most country trying a lot on the world. I think so.
Yeah, because I can see a lot of Bia everywhere. I think in one place there are 4 or 5 places like that. So yeah, it's just good to say that Vietnamese people love to drink, right? Here near our office, there's a lot. I think 3 or 4, and they're very near, next to each other. How can they earn? Just kidding. Okay, let's go to number 10. Explain how to make up with your estranged friend. It's not the makeup, okay? But it means that you were friends before and you lost the connection, you became strange. How are you going to be friends and be close again?
Mm, In my case, I also have some situation shame. Uh, when I was a student, I have some friend really close. But when I graduated, and especially when I come back my countryside, we still not keep connect. And I felt the emotion reduce a lot, and they they or me forgot each other. Sometimes I really want to keep connect again, but maybe the distance between of us is really far. And long time ago, we did not connect with the other people, so I think really difficult for I can connect again with other friends. I think so. And in my case, when I want to connect again, I don't know how I can do. Maybe I have to find the reason for connect again, and to find out the something they really want to interesting. I think so. Mm.
Yes, I guess it's really true. When we move to other places, we really lost connection. But you know what? I learned something about this pandemic is that however far we are with our friends, sometimes it's good to just connect with them and to say hi with them. Like maybe you can call them and ask them about how are they, what's going on with their lives. Not of course every day or maybe just sometimes. That will be better. That will be good.
In my case, I also don't like that because someone else that thinking or missing me when they have free time. But another time when they don't have free time, I think they still not they will forget me. So that's why I think it not good, and I just come back again with the other friends when I have to or I really think I can keep connect in a long time later. I think so.
Really? No, of course. How can you call your friends when or how can they call you when they're busy? Of course they will call you or think of you in their free time, right?
Everything easy if you have free time, and because people nowadays really busy, and I don't think you can do the same when you have free time. I think so. So that's why I also prioritize small friends when
Mm.
I really want to connecting with them, even though I'm really busy. I think so.
Small circle of friends. It's better than to have a lot. And then at the end, you won't have any friends at all. That's a bit sad. Yes, I guess that's right, Cam. But I hope that you can also message your friend. Like you will be the first one who will initiate to message them about how are they like that. Good luck, good luck. Okay, let's go. Let's go to number 11. Number 11 is a very controversial statement. Explain how to avoid a rapist. Do you know what's a rapist?
No.
Search on Google. Actually, it's not funny, but it's just funny because they include in the question. How will
Race.
you know?
I don't understand about respect.
Rapist.
Okay. Respect. No,
Because I'm a man, so if another beautiful girl raise it to me, I don't care. Kidding.
Oh my God. No, but seriously, actually, I find it quite funny because how come the author included this kind of statement in this book or in this group of questions? Actually, this situation is not funny, right? Yeah. For example, you are a woman. Cam, you are a woman. How are you going to avoid a rapist? Of course, we
Um,
keep on joking, oh, if the man is handsome, it's okay with me, there's no problem. But in the real situation, if you're a woman, how are you going to avoid?
okay. I think with a woman, they really adult. I think they have many ways for avoid a rapister. The first, I think they can run or they can shout it to make other people to help them. And I'm not sure about that, and depend on the situation. So really difficult for I can tell about the solution.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm a man, and I can't imagine about that when I am a woman. Yes. In my family, sometimes my daughter talk to me. She learned some lesson from her school about how she can avoid a rapister, and I think
Rapists.
that's really useful when
Mm.
school can teach them about some really important skill in life. I think that's
Yes.
good.
Actually, that's really amazing. And I think we talk about it that schools need to teach kids skills, not only theories. And I guess one of the skill that schools need to teach is how to defend yourself, not only from rapists, right, but from dangers, from the evils in our society. Self-defense like karate, kung fu, kung fu, yes. Because I think it's like sometimes it's unavoidable whatever you do. Like however you make yourself safety, sometimes these things happen. So maybe it's good to be prepared about it. Some women can have spray, pepper spray. Have you heard about that? Pepper spray?
Um,
It's a spray. They will spray it to the rapists. Okay, let's go to number 12. Explain how to use a vending machine. Vending machine is that the it's like a ref that you will see outside full of drinks and you will buy by putting money inside.
Let me check.
You can see it in parks.
Okay, okay. Vending machine. I think almost the vending machine around me need to pay by 点
Coins?
数而已
No,
coin.
paper. No, you don't have coins, right?
Mm, or paper money
Paper
also.
bill. Mm.
Okay. Um, I don't have any reason how I can avoid that because it's really confidence. And when I feel thirsty, I I think that is a good way for my problem. Yes, that's good. So why we can avoid that?
It's not avoiding. Explain how to use vending machine.
Uh,
It's like my question before, how to eat an apple.
yes. Mm, the first we have to prepare the money, and the second we have to find the vending machine location, and of course we have to know what thing we really want to buy from a vending machine, and after that we put my money into machine and choose the water or the food we really want to take from them and receive them. That finish easy.
Great, great. Okay. That's it. Because it's a process, okay? There's a step-by-step process if the question is how. So let's go to number 13. Explain how to get from your home to here.
How to get from the home to here?
It's like traveling. Let's just say how to get from your home to your parents' hometown.
I
Travel. It's like traveling from your house to somewhere. You can choose any place.
Because the house is a big property in our life. So the most important thing I think we should to do is hire a lawyer lawyer for prepare every documentary. Yes, I think so.
Every document. The, it's how to get, how to travel. It doesn't mean how to buy. It means how to go, how to get, how to go, how to travel. How to go from your home to your parents' hometown. How to travel from your home to your parents' hometown.
I still not understand the question. Really strange.
First is you buy a ticket. Then you go to the bus station, take the bus, and wait for the time that you will come or arrive in your parents' hometown. How to get, it means how are you going to go there?
In my case, if I want to go my parents' house, really easy. I just take my car and drive come back. Not really easy.
You said you will take a bus if you go to your hometown. Before.
No, I like drive my vehicle.
Yes, I think you should. It's more convenient, right? You don't need to buy a ticket. Let's go to number 14. I guess it's easy to explain how to get rich. Explain how to get rich.
The first, we think I have to hardworking. The second, I have to build more effective in 1 hours when I doing everything. And the final, I think when we earn some money, we have to know about how we can invest our money uh, for one day we can become richer. I think so.
One day, it's like a dream.
Earning money, keep money with the big quantity, and invest the money we earned for more money in the future. I think so.
Yeah, I think that's a cliche also. Cliche. It's common, an old idea. But you know, Kam, I have this negative mindset about investing. Like I don't feel secure about investing. How about you? Do you feel secure about it? Like what if one day this investment will go bankrupt? What will happen
Yeah.
to my money? That
I think every people also really care about invest, and I'm also the same with other people. But invest might mean not including you have to spend money on the real estate, stock market, or business. You can spend the money you have on many other you really understand so clearly. For example, I have a friend. He really loved reading book,
mm,
and every time when he earned money from the main job, he also spent the money for buy another book and build a bookshop for show up. It's also
okay.
another way you can invest on the thing you really like, not
Mm,
just about the finance like real estate, stock
mm,
markets, or business. There are many other ways we can spend money on, invest on the thing we really love. I think
mm.
so.
Yeah, wow, that's a very good explanation. Thank you for that. I have an idea already because I always buy books. Yeah, and here come I'm buying books and I keep on thinking how am I going to bring it? For example, I keep on buying how am I going to bring it when I go home already? Oh my goodness. So I have an idea right now. Thank you for giving me an idea. I will do that. I will keep on buying books and maybe I will build a library.
Yes,
But you know,
that's
people,
this for me.
when people borrow it, they will not return.
Uh,
Okay, let's go to number 15, Cam. Explain how to achieve world peace. Oh my goodness.
it's too large for me.
It's a dream.
Hmm.
World
Okay.
peace.
I think the the sort of problem is from the poorly, and when every people don't care about the food, don't care about the healthy, don't care about the good environment, especially don't care about the house for they can avoid everything outside. I think at that time our peace more our world more peaceful. I think so.
Mm. Yeah, I agree to that. Like, if people will not go hungry anymore, I think there will be world peace. But just a thought, like weeks ago, I had a question weeks ago. Who started this war on earth? I want to find that person. Who started war? Do you understand the question?
Who started war?
Yeah, I don't mean that you need to answer that, but it's just a question in my mind because they started this war. That's why the world is like this now. Because someone started a war, the world is not peaceful. And countries keep on having war with each
I
other.
think I think you can find out the answer when you find this book.
What's that? Sapiens, Homo sapiens?
Mm.
I have an audio to that, but I don't listen. I have an English audio to that, from my Egyptian friend, but I just listened to the first chapter, I think.
Mm.
Ah, really? Hmm. So you have that book, you already know now? Did you read that book already?
Yes. I think it's about a half a book I already to read, and yes, not finished.
You told me you feel sleepy when you read a book.
But yes, but when I read this book, I feel really I don't feel sleepy because the content really interesting with me. When
Oh,
the author talk about the history of human, really
mm,
interesting.
yes. Sapiens, it's like homo, it means people, right? And
Mm.
homo sapiens, is a sapien means thinking? Thinking man? You have that book, but you don't know. What's the meaning of sapiens?
I remember the author defined the sapiens is the first shape of human nowadays when they uh, when they spend their brain ability for to find out the world and to achieve many things around them. And I think that is the first step of human model nowadays. I think so.
I'm right with my guess. Sapiens means wise man, according to the internet. It's actually part of the human evolution, theory of evolution by Charles Darwin. Have you heard about it?
Um,
That we came from apes, right? And the first one is the ape, and I think the last one is the Homo sapiens, is the wise man. So it's very impossible, maybe for now, it's so impossible to attain or to have world peace. Maybe we can have world peace if we destroy the planet, if we destroy the earth, and then we're going to start again. But maybe we can have inner peace. Inner peace. Do you have inner peace right now, Cam?
Maybe we can find the peaceful from out inside the body.
For other people like Rami, because Rami Rami is also doing meditation.
Hmm.
How about you?
Hmm. I don't care about meditation, and I think I try to find out the thing I really want to do, and when I achieve that, at that time I feel really happy, and that is a good way for I can keep balance in our life.
Mm,
And yes, that is the best way with me.
okay. Are you sure that's always your answer? Yeah, in my case, I think I wrote 5 things how to have inner peace, but I cannot remember what I wrote in my book, but I remember 2 things. And the first thing is you need to avoid extreme feelings. Extreme feelings such as feeling angry, feeling sad, because when you feel those extreme feelings, you will not have inner peace. You cannot sleep. So I try to avoid all those things right now. That's why I can say that these days I have inner peace. Avoid extreme feelings. I think that's the best. So do you have any questions, Cam? I think you're still sleeping, Cam.
Mm.
Okay, Cam, please check the corrections that I commented, okay, on your homework. And for your homework, please answer question 16 to 20. Do you have any questions?
No, I will check the note. I think so. Okay.
Please try
Uh,
to send your homework as early as possible. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much and have a good day. Bye. It's raining outside, I think.
okay, thank you.